Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of crimenet News. And unlike IGN, we aim to be the most accurate source for news in the world of STARBREEZE and Payday. I hope nobody is feeling blue today, as the one and only Boys in Blue heist did come out this week, and it's been met with great praise. But just a quick reminder, we appreciate every one of you, if you haven't, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all news in the future.
We'll be going over some interesting datamined content, either scrapped or upcoming, one of which is actually a feature many have been craving for, like a potential UI update, and a surprise cross-promotion potentially on the horizon, so let's get right into it.
As I'm sure many of you have heard, unless you're living under a rock, that Boys in Blue came out this week. As mentioned previously, it's been a great time, albeit once players were able to get in. It only took a measly 14 hours of downtime to get the servers operational. There are plenty of things in the changelog, and if you want to take a read, take a look down below at the link. And if you want our opinions on the heist and its pack, we'll be making another video on this weekend going over it. For what came in the update, we mentioned most of the big things last week that you can check out. But there's a few things that we couldn't confirm that were coming, or some bugs that we wanted to talk about this week.
To start off, the Gold Pass is here, and it's an interesting one, because it allows you to upgrade to Gold, but also this is during a 50% off sale on Steam, in which case the pass isn't for sale. So if you wanted the Gold Edition, we advise you just to buy the Gold Edition if you can. There also doesn't seem to be a discount for Silver Edition owners as well, which is a little bit odd.
There's also an interesting bug going on. Players seem to be reporting getting multiple level up rewards once a level is achieved. Some players have been able to get up to 9 level up rewards with a single heist. And the same glitch applies to assets where multiple can be achieved in one heist completion. But if you're past level 150, you might have noticed that your renown level wasn't moving on launch day. This has since been fixed, but all the level gains you would have gotten are lost.
STARBREEZE did plan on allowing the syntax error heist to be played for free until July 1st, but because of issues, this event was delayed until later in July. So subscribe to keep informed and we'll tell you just when that event is going on. I think it's a very cool feature that STARBREEZE is going to do, which is events allowing us to try out DLC content.
Taking our way to Twitter, we're also met with Danny, also known as Paul McIce-T, the designer of the free masks that came out with this update, and so many others such as Syntax and the Mask of the Week. We got to get a bit of an insight of how the mask designs in Payday are made. They mentioned that STARBREEZE, for free masks, does not care and gives Danny free reign. They just want big, non-complex designs that allow players to add customizations. But for DLC, they are way more stringent on what is in it, and they have to go through multiple approvals from STARBREEZE to get that final design.
As for what masks they want, Danny seems to indicate that anything like a bandana, a hat, or glasses is not something STARBREEZE is wanting, which is slightly disappointing. Some of those masks were my personal favorite from Payday 2, just like the infamous sunglasses. They seem to indicate though that at least for now this is the case, so hopefully in the future they change that. In an interesting turn of events for the zombie fans out there, we have a rare cross-promotion coming soon. DayZ, yes, the old Arma mod turned into a game, made a tweet following the release of the Payday DLC congratulating Payday, and I quote, "from one dead game to another." And with it came a promotional video for an upcoming event of theirs. Let's take a look.
As for what it means, we're unsure. In the past, DayZ did in fact have some of the Payday 2 masks in-game, but as far as we know, there was nothing for Payday in this cross-promotion. We'll have to wait and see if Payday gets anything for this, or if it's just a DayZ.
Before we get into the datamined content and the newest Descavo song release, let's talk about the community highlights. For Payday 2 Clip of the Week, we got The Orange Stranger.
No.
You're gonna have to be quicker than that, buddy.
Next up for Payday 3, we got Higgy, another iconic member of the Payday community, encountering a funny bug from Boys in Blue.
Alright, I got him lured away. He's gonna walk out. I can't help you with Cappy. Whoa, this dude just jumped through the... What the fuck? What? You broke the window, you fuck?
The police destroying something and blaming other people? It seems lore accurate to me.
Now for the Payday 2 mod, we have the Chaos mod by Hoppip. Finding Payday 2 just a little too normal and boring? Then try this out. This mod comes with a variety of modifiers for you and your party to enjoy if you all have the mod installed. This is pure pandemonium in distilled form.
For the Payday 3 mod of the week, we have a bit of a story. Before solo mode came out and became a thing, there was something that STARBREEZE left in called Old Heist Selection Menu, which when the servers were down was the only way to play the game. But with it was some missing features like pausing and security modifiers. With this new solo mode coming out, some of these features are now present, but pausing is still not a thing. So if you're wanting to pause and get some good utility for solo mode, try the Solo Game Utils by Abcarino.
There is a new preview to the song that STARBREEZE has been using for promotional material for Boys in Blue, which seems to be just called Payday. We'll send a link to the preview in the description below, and we look forward to the full song coming out soon. Hopefully it's a menu song also when the jukebox feature comes out. Next, we'll be talking about the datamined content. To preface, all of this could have been there before or after the update, and all of this is subject to change or never be released at all. Do not take what we say as gospel.
To start off with the datamined content, we have the adaptive armor and the fortitude skill line seemingly were supposed to originally be a part of this update. Both of these are inside of the DLC folder for this heist, and the other content that came with it. Not to mention the preview of the song mentions these features as well. So it seems like STARBREEZE gave us content early on to help offset the release of the DLC being delayed, which honestly is a good direction.
There is a probably scrapped modifier that we found. This may or may not have been part of this update, but it's there now. We only have this string, but it seems to indicate something about making snipers aim faster. An interesting but niche modifier, and if it's scrapped, I can see why. Speaking of potentially scrapped, another string was found as well, but this one is indeed new with the Boys in Blue update. This one talks about not being able to hack a camera because it's shielded. And the fact that the interaction name includes an AI, making me potentially think this is supposed to be a part of the AI camera modifier. If not, an interesting new camera mechanic may be in the works.
Also included with Boys in Blue, but not there, is the heist challenges. If you haven't played the game in a while and missed it in the last update, they removed the challenges of the game and came up with a new progression method. But because the heist being delayed, there's still code strings for what the challenges of the heist would have been. We have 5. First is to plant audio bugs before the alarm is raised, and the opposite of the steal the data after the heist has gone loud.
Then we have one to eat all of the donuts on the map, and this made me think, how many donuts are there? And then we have to use the donut box to distract the police, and that would have been very easy. I use that every single time on stealth.
And last but not least, complete the heist without triggering the alarm and without activating the weight-sensitive floor. All in all, very easy challenges that I think most would have done in the first few tries of the heist. In all honesty, enjoying and learning these things while playing was some of my favorite aspects, and I'm sure you all agree that after the first donut you were astonished as well.
As for cut content, we have a single mask. And for those familiar with the franchise, I'm sure you all know this is the Alienware mask that came as a cross-promotion for both Payday the Heist and Payday 2. But this one seems to be just called The Invader, so no ties with Alienware this time. Despite that, it still looks great, and wonder if this is scrapped or maybe coming soon. Hopefully it does. I'd love to customize this mask with a new customization.
And last but not least, we have some interesting leaks pertaining to a UI update for the social menu. This social menu has all kinds of buttons on it, most of which we have in the current social menu, but there's some new. kicking from crew, adding recent heisters to be specific. Not to mention all of this comes with a new coat of paint, indicating its in-universe aspect of being in a criminal network. And so far, I love it. Hopefully they keep that aspect for the rest of the UI update, if this is for that. That's all we have for this week. Thank you again for tuning in, Heisters. We'll keep you guys updated. You guys keep those helmets flying. Have a great night, everyone.